Estás escuchando Radio Primavera Sound, proudly presented by Cupra.
And welcome to Radio Primavera Sound. And it's a real pleasure to have with us someone who's definitely a Primavera legend. Alan Sparhawk, how on earth are you?
I'm doing fine, man. It's great to be here. A legend, huh? Yeah, it feels like it. I've been here a lot. It's nice.
Any idea how many times?
Oh, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7.
We should have counted.
Sometimes
it was our job to do that.
No, it's okay. Yeah, many times. For some reason, it's always been the best place for us to come play festival.
For some reason, maybe it's because you've been your history. It's like that. I don't know how it feels. You're alive and being called icon, legend, history, but it's like that.
Well, if you stick around in life and keep doing what you love, after a while it really settles in, and it's nice and it's worth the hard work.
So we saw you play at Primavera Weekender in 2023, which is a fantastic gig. And I've got to say, from that gig, I was not expecting the sound of White Roses, my God, at all.
All right.
Do you like to confound people?
I think so, yeah. I think one of the things that appealed to me about music originally was sort of the unknown, the opportunity to present something new. I think as soon as I was aware of punk rock when I was a teenager, it resonated to me because it was a little bit contrary. It was saying like, hey, here's a different way to look at reality, I don't know. Yeah, I think, with Low, we always were trying to find something new. At the end, every record, we were trying to find new sounds, new ways to make songs, and sometimes it's a challenge for people to hear at first, and sometimes you have to do something very different.
Because, sorry, go on, Marta.
No, go ahead.
Because you were recording both albums that Alan Sparhawk with Trampled by Turtles, you were recording at the same time, right?
Kind of, yeah. I had done the White Roses, My God, first, and we were finishing that when this opportunity came up to go in the studio with Trampled by Turtles. And again, it sort of came up unexpected. And so, yeah, there was a little while there last year where I had 2 records and I was trying to finish. And
was that strange?
Yeah, a little bit, but none of it was intentional. White Roses, My God, came from just kind of just trying to find myself again with sound, and I found a different way to hear my voice and to affect my voice to where I could still sing, but it was different, and it provided a gateway to maybe understanding a new perspective. And then with the Trampled by Turtles songs, it really was just very short notice. It was like, hey, we're going to be in the studio. Why don't you come in and we'll maybe do a couple songs? And it ended up being more. And we said, oh, maybe this is a record. So I didn't intend to make a record, but then 2 of them happened. And I don't know, over time you learn to trust when something is exciting, when something comes out of you that is a surprise. You have to honor it, and it's usually a good sign, and to follow that.
Before, you were saying that you kind of always had this contrary spirit or something, and I guess that's why after all these years of career, I found it really inspiring when an artist who has a long career decides to take unexpected turns. That it's something that you did with the last Low albums, and especially when this risk, it really it's a success because they were.
I've learned to trust that if you have to push yourself, and it gets harder when you're older and you've done something for a certain while. Maybe you've had a band that had a certain sound, and you get used to a certain thing, and it's harder to get out of that. But I feel like I've been lucky. My children are in their 20s now, and they kind of forced me to hear new music, and hearing them and knowing them and the way they would listen to music, it opened my mind a little bit to realize, like, oh, this is a little bit more open than I thought, and it was helpful. I mean, if it's hard when you're older, you're not in situations as much where someone is going to introduce you to something very different, and when you get older, sometimes something will come along like, this is the kids' music, and it's like, no, this is music. This is as important as what your generation was making when they were young, and the innovations of every generation happen when they're very young. You need to listen, and sometimes it's getting past the language. Maybe young people are using a language and using words differently than we were. And that's hard, but you have to just listen and spend the time with it. And I don't know, I think it's more, you don't have to spend all your time looking for, and building your library even more and more and stuff. It's just be open. And when young people are excited about something, you need to listen and go, well, why? And look at yourself and maybe understand why you don't see it. And then soon you can see it, and it can be inspiring then to do your own, new thing, and to take chances on yourself.
Well, I read that two of the influences on White Roses, My God, one of which was Prince's Alter Ego Camille, which goes very well with the T-shirt you're wearing today.
Yeah.
Looks like you were expecting the question.
Oh, no. Yeah.
And another was Neil Young's Trans, which is an album that was I listened to the other day for the first time, and it's just really good. But it's a legendary sort of audience-splitting album, shall we say?
People get really sensitive about the voice. I think they get really nervous when you change the sound of your voice. Go ahead. Sorry, I cut you off.
No. I was just going to ask, like, were you in any way kind of worried that this album would be your trans? Like an album that your fans kind of
didn't understand or didn't follow. Yeah, of course. I mean, I think, I don't know. Low would make. We would make records that we wondered, I don't know, maybe people won't like this, and so I don't know. Again, you have to. I like to surprise myself. I like to push forward, and I think over the years I've learned that fans of me, fans of Low, I think they like when there's something new. I think they like it when we challenge ourselves and give them something new. But yeah, I mean, there's some people who really do not like it, and they have told me, and it's pretty funny. But again, I art and music that resonates with me from even when I was young was always stuff that challenged me and stuff that I did not understand at first, and it took me a minute, And some of my favorite music is stuff that at first I didn't understand, and it took some time. Then I come around like, okay, I see where the humanity is in this, and I see the artist now in this, and I see the bold choices, and I don't know. I mean, it doesn't happen all the time. When I sit down and strum the guitar, it just sounds like a guitar and a guy mumbling and singing. But I do like to make things that are new and to challenge myself.
So when I was preparing for this interview, I asked a couple of friends of mine, Nico and Julia, who are absolutely vast fans of yours, for any questions. And Julia, well, they both asked interesting ones. I'll start with Julia. She wanted to talk about the song Not Broken, because she saw you play Barcelona in November 2023. I wasn't there, I was at the Weekender, but it was a very emotional gig. All of the audience stood together while you and your daughter sang the song together. And now it's finally arrived. And she kind of asked about the journey of the song, if that specific performance had any influence on its path, and also what's it like for you to sing with your daughter?
Well, there's a lot going on with that song, actually. That was a song that Mimi and I don't know, listeners, if you don't know, I was in a band called Low with my wife, Mimi Parker, and she passed away about 2.5 years ago from cancer. And so that's been a big effect in our life. We have 2 children. My son is with me playing bass. And my daughter also makes music, and she sings, and she came on a tour and sang with me on some songs. And this song, Not Broken, was a song that Mimi and I were working on when she was sick, and we were not able to finish it. But it stuck with me, and I wrote a little bit more to it. And yeah, we started playing it, and Hollis would sing this part that Mimi had written of the song, and that's what's on the recording. We have a recording out now of more acoustic type stuff. It's called "With Trampled by Turtles," and yeah, my daughter sang Mimi's part on that. But yeah, Your Friend is it's a very special song, and it also keeps changing. We keep playing it, and I keep changing little parts to it and adding things. So, and I've always, I don't know, for me, I'm letting that be like that. I'm letting it be unfinished and letting it change, maybe in honor of Mim.
I really think of this song as a gift, as a very precious gift, because of course, your family, you're grieving, but gives us, the fans, the chance who care for you, who cared for Mimi, to have this song, to have our own grief. It's such a treasure. I really thank you for that.
Oh, thank you. It was a special song, and I know there was a lot of emotion and meaning too when we were making it. So thank you.
I thought it was interesting what you said about songs not being finished, because on the 2 solo albums you've released share 2 songs, which are Get Still and Heaven. I wonder why you took that decision to do them. Was there could you sort of not decide which way they went, or do you just think these songs deserve it? Or I don't know.
Well, they were already on the White Roses record, and I already knew that they were going to be, they were already finished essentially, and they were going to be on the record. But the song Heaven was a song I thought, oh, this is a very simple song. It's just 2 chords, and I could strum it on the guitar and sing it, and thought, oh, okay, this might be interesting to try in a different way, at some point. So when I went to record with, an acoustic band, I said, okay, here's the 2 chords. Let's play this and see if this song is okay. And then once I had done that and realized, oh, this is really cool to have the same song in both formats and both sound, very different sounds. And so I thought, okay, well, maybe there's another song. So there's a song called Get Still that is on both records as well. And that was just sort of like, I wonder if this will work, and it did. But yeah, by the time we were working on that, I thought, okay, maybe this will be kind of a crossover, and people will understand and see there's two very opposite sounds, but a thread still in there, of similarity and comparison.
When you think of those songs in your head, which is the version that comes up?
Well, Get Still, I think I feel the electronic, the one from White Roses, My God, just because, I don't know, we play that every night. It's usually the first song we play, and it's become pretty symbolic of sort of that part of the set. And so, I don't know, I think of that one in electronic. And the song Heaven, I think, can be anywhere in any way. It's very simple, and it's just 2 chords, and it's very short, and I don't know. It came out of me without logic, and so to me, it's a surprise. It feels like a complete song that was written, but it actually just came out of me as I was recording.
I think my favorite song on the album, actually possibly my song of the year, is Princess Road Surgery.
Oh, right on.
I've got to say, I find it almost impossible to listen to. I mean, how do you find the strength to actually sing it?
Princess Road, sir? Why? Because I have to sing so high, or because it's so happy, or what? Which part?
Well, for me, it just...
Is it so bad?
No, for me, it raises very, very strong emotions. It, reminds me of similar, I guess similar experiences that I've been in, which kind of takes it all back.
Wow.
And
wow, this song, I'm really amazed how this song has hit you. That's interesting.
It's sort of, I was thinking about this, and I'm like, I'm very glad it exists, but I can't listen to it that much, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's, well, I'll tell you why I agree. I don't know. I think it's kind of a goofy song. It's kind of just this strummy pop stuff that is really a little bit counter to what I normally feel and what my vibe is. So it's strange, but I've had that song for a while, and I've always thought this, I don't know, I like the song. It's catchy, and it challenges my singing, and I have some friends who really like the song, who always say, "Oh, this is a good song. You should record it." And so I don't know. It's, to me, I don't know. To me, it's a struggle to play it because it's definitely out of my territory. But I like it. I like the melody. I like the lyrics, and I don't know. It's an old song that I've had maybe a few years, but could never find a place for. And now I know what it's about. It's about a superhero, and so it's pretty dear to me.
Well, thank you so much for coming along and speaking to us. We're really, really looking forward to both concerts. It's going to be
Thank you.
Fantastic. Yeah. Congratulations on both records.
Thank you.
And
yeah, I've been lucky. I want to thank my label for allowing me to do two things in 1 year. And that's because that's not normal, and they discourage that. But thank you. Yeah, I mean, I guess I would just encourage everybody to get through the hard days and stick around. You'll be glad you did. And no matter how hard it looks for the future, we need to be there for each other. And I'm grateful to be here, and I hope peace will prevail in the world.
We hope so.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Estás escuchando Radio Primavera Sound, proudly presented by Cupra.